Good morning from the greenhouse. So we see some of our berry bushes here doing great still, which is crazy, but that's good. Again, this is just all done here in our Dutch buckets. Looks like some of our parsley might still be edible, so we might take that today. Kale is definitely hurting, and everything else has kind of been lost. See our loofah gourd that was once green and gorgeous is unfortunately now just kaput. So, yep. But it is what it is. We're moving on. The upside is all these buckets this year. We are planning on revamping those. We're going to make bigger buckets. We're going to actually try to do these small buckets inside larger buckets to help with the drainage issues that we have. One of the things we knew this year that was happening was just because these plants got so big, and I mean, they were truly like touching almost the roof here. The issue was, though, that the roots got so big and we're getting inside like those inside those pipes there, and there's pipes at the bottom as well. And so with that, it was kind of causing them to back up. And so we said, well, let's talk about how we can make this better for next year. And that's one of the things we're going to do. We're going to experiment a little bit. I don't know that we've seen this process, but we keep trying new things to see what works for us, because things work different for everybody, right? So also the carrots, unfortunately, I think they are a done deal. But we'll see. I mean, it's interesting because, like, here, the strawberries did fine. Like, they're in the same place. Some of this parsley is actually still fine. This kale over here is actually still fine. So there are things within the system that actually did survive, which is kind of cool. And that'll help me, too, for, like, next year to say, hey, what can we do and how long can we sustain this? If we did nothing more than where we're at today. Even the lettuce, you can see, is really nice. It's actually pretty crisp. And so we have these beds here with the raft system. A lot of these plants did fine. These are lettuces. So we have like a tango lettuce. We have a bib lettuce, and a butterhead. I forget. I have to look back at that. But the lettuces did all right. So that was kind of cool. And then, like we said, the fish, they're still holding on. Nice thing, is that the temperature, I think, is still sitting at 45. I'm going to check that out here in a little bit. But, I mean, technically speaking, everything is running good still. You can see the tank, the sump pump tank is doing good. And then even these plants over here. So, again, it's just interesting. So what we have going on here is some of this water that is continuing to come through the pipes. There's not been any breaches in these pipes. The parsley's growing, kale is growing. We have actually two different kinds of kale, Russian red, and I have to look this one back up. I can't remember what that is, but so they're actually doing well. And again, lavender's doing good. The pepper plants have definitely just went kaput, but that's okay too. And then over here, our towers. So this was the basil. Of course, that wasn't gonna work. But even lettuce, it looks like it's starting to come back. Some of them are struggling a little bit. I probably do need to add some magnesium to the system, but in general, things are looking pretty good. So we'll continue to let these grow. I'll take a look under these towers today just to make sure everything looks good. Check things out to make sure nothing is leaking anywhere because of the freezes that we've had the last few days. But right now, I mean, for dropping it lower than we ever have gone in this area in a long time, things are doing pretty good. Even this kumquat tree, we found that it actually has survived quite well, which is crazy because they really don't tolerate the cold at all. So, I mean, you can see some of the damage that's been done with the leaves already. And we'll take them off and clean it up and get her strong again. But yeah, a lot of stuff took a hit this time. That's okay. But, oh, yes, this was kind of cool. The succulents, like, I swear it made them prettier and it made them pink on the tips. Well, I don't know that that's a good thing. It really looks beautiful. So, anyway, we'll see kind of how things go here. Oh, and then, yeah, that was interesting, too. The lavender. I've never been able to grow it until this year from seed. So I did grow this one, and it has not only grown well, but it's like it has survived this cold. I mean, it literally survived the cold. So that's kind of cool, too. Anyway, so we'll see what happens here over the next week as temperatures rise back up and go from there. But thanks so much for watching and following this little space with us this week. while we did lose a lot, the upside is that we get to come back in here in the next couple weeks, especially as it gets a little warmer, and clean things up, get things ready for the spring. So while we are still in winter, I'm already fast forwarding ahead to think about all the things I want to do in the next 3 months here, and get ready for all the things I want to plant. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you like this video, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it out to other people that have interest in these spaces of greenhouses and aquaponics and hydroponics. Thanks, y'all.